PondX is the only decentralized exchange that rewards its users for simply using the platform. And I've had a lot of my IRL friends ask me, how do I get started using PondX? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use PondX, why you should use it over any other crypto exchange, and all of the different opportunities that there are to make money or get rewarded for using the platform. But first, what is PondX? Now, you have to understand this is a huge ecosystem that is still rolling out, it's still brand new, but in simple terms, PondX is a decentralized crypto exchange that allows you to swap and bridge tokens and then claim airdrops indefinitely. So as long as you are using the platform, you are going to be rewarded for your participation. Now, the entire PondX ecosystem is actually based on a term that the founder of PondX coined, which is called Crypto 2.0. So the Crypto 2.0 narrative is where users or participants of a crypto platform are rewarded for simply participating, versus the Crypto 1.0 or the current crypto narrative where everyone uses a platform and only the platform benefits. So Coinbase or Uniswap, they all have fees and all they do is take from their users. Now Crypto 2.0, the aim, the goal, the main purpose is to only give back to the users. To better understand how PondX works, we can just take a quick look at the terms of this website. So let's look at that right now. So here on the terms page, you can see more swaps, more drops. And then if we scroll down a little, there is a little better description of how this all works. A revolution in decentralized exchange, swap, and claim airdrops forever. So as long as you are using PondX, you are eligible to claim your portion of the rewards. Securely tap every major liquidity network with a single access point. Multi-chain smart routing provides the best deal on the entire market. So when you are swapping or bridging tokens, you're going to find the best deal on PondX.com. Then it has the official website link right here. There are a ton of different domain names for PondX.com. There's PondX, like we see right here, Pond0x.com, PondCoin.com. They all lead to the same place, but for the simplicity of this video, not to confuse anyone, we'll just refer to it as PondX.com. And here's how it works. Liquidity is aggregated across decentralized exchanges, bridges, and chains into the PondX interface. Fees from swaps are pooled and distributed as rewards to active participants. Frequency, volume, and tokens that are swapped are used to calculate ongoing rewards. Then we have a little graphic here that kind of shows you how it works. Volume, frequency, and tokens equals Pond Coin rewards. All that said, let's check out how to use PondX.com. So go to PondX.com, you'll land on the homepage here, and you'll just see some basic stuff. Welcome to Crypto 2.0, mine, pond, breed pork, more on that later. And as we scroll down, you'll also see a 5x rewards on all tokens. So sometimes PondX will release rewards on certain tokens, or in this case, all tokens, which you will earn a multiplier when you're swapping that specific token, or on all tokens in this case, which we don't know exactly what this multiplier equals yet, but we'll find out once rewards drop. And then you have the Enter Pond button. And we also have some data here. There has been 305,000 total swaps at the time of making this video, $468 million in swap volume since the launch of PondX. More than $12 million in rewards have been paid to users, and more than 70% of PNDC has been locked, which PNDC is the official coin for the PondX platform. And again, more on that later. And then you also see some emojis right here. I'll touch on that in a second. And then you have official links down here to follow Pond. You have their X account, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko. This is Dex Tools, Etherscan. You can add the coin to MetaMask by simply clicking on this button. And then we have Dune Analytics dashboard right here if you want to check that out. And if you want to read more about the terms and conditions and about how PondX works, which a lot of it gets kind of into legal and technical things, you can check out the terms and of course the privacy policy right there. All right, so that's the main landing page. Now let's enter the pond and see how all this works. Now to use any of the functions on the PondX platform, you're going to have to connect your wallet. So just go ahead and hit the connect wallet button. If you have MetaMask, you could click this. If you're using a different kind of wallet, you can go to Wallet Connect, and then there are a bunch of different options for connecting different types of wallets. So here you can see just some of the wallets that you can use to connect to the PondX website. But personally, I'm using MetaMask, so I'm just going to hit connect. and then I'll have to log into my MetaMask wallet, which I'm going to do off screen real quick. All right, now with your wallet connected, you are ready to use the PondX interface. So this page is the swap page. This is where you can swap one token for another token on the same blockchain. So I could swap ETH for pork, or I can click here and I can see all the other different ERC20 tokens that I could swap ETH for. You can also search for Pepe, click on that. And as you can see, I can swap for Pepe. Now I'll show you how to go through the entire swap process in just a second, but you can also bridge on this page if you just click on bridge. And bridging is if you want to get one token from one blockchain and convert it to another token on another blockchain. For example, here I can click on the Ethereum blockchain and I have ETH in my wallet. Now let's say I want to convert that into Matic on the Polygon blockchain. So I click Polygon, click Matic, and then I would enter how much ETH I want to convert for Matic. So let's say 0.3, and it's going to give you a breakdown of your entire transaction. And it will also recommend the best swapping option automatically. So here we can see that I'll receive 878 Matic, which is equal to $683. And this transaction will cost approximately $30. And then you can click on the arrow to see even more details. It breaks down everything that this transaction is going to do. Now, I don't want to bridge. It's kind of the same thing if you want to swap. So let's say I want to swap for some pork. Then I'll just say I want 0.1 ETH worth of pork. Same thing, it's going to fetch the best price for the swap. And then you will be able to view all of the details once it loads. It's taking a little longer to load because I'm doing a screen recording on my computer. So it usually does not take this long. All right, here you can see that I'm going to receive, what is that, 382 million pork tokens for my 0.1 ETH. Again, you can click on the arrow to view more of the transaction details. This is an approximate network fee, price impact, and then the minimum output that you will receive in pork. So at the very least, I will receive 378 million tokens, but the expected output is more like 382. Now, let's say I wanted to complete this swap. Just going to hit review swap. Again, here's all the details of the transaction, and then I'll hit swap, and then you will have to confirm the transaction in your wallet. Here we can see that the estimated gas fee is a little higher than it showed on PondX. It's about $2 higher. So if everything looks good, you go ahead and hit confirm, and then your transaction would go through and you would receive your pork token for your ETH. So every time you swap on PondX, there is a 1% transaction fee that you are paying to the exchange. But the great thing about PondX and how it's different than every other crypto exchange, whether that's Coinbase or Uniswap, whether it's a centralized or decentralized exchange, all those fees are going to be rewarded back to users. So again, it really depends on the token you're swapping, how much you're swapping, etc. But eventually there will be an airdrop or a claim function where you will be rewarded in crypto for using this decentralized exchange. And that's why I prefer to use PondX over any exchange, especially a decentralized exchange like Uniswap that only takes your money and doesn't actually reward you for using the platform. But you can do a lot more than just swap and bridge tokens using the PondX website. So if we scroll down here, you can go to this middle tab, which is the mining tab. So you can also use PondX to mine the native coin of the entire Pondcoin ecosystem, which is PNDC. Now, mining is not always open, so it happens in cycles. And once it does open up, you can use ETH to mine PNDC. The creators of the website will also open up other coins like other ERC20 tokens that you will be able to use to mine PNDC. And there may be boosters applied for using different tokens. And all a booster does is allow you to get more PNDC for your money. Also up here at the top, you'll notice these little emojis. I have a diamond emoji, a chef emoji, and like this sparkle emoji. Now, these are boosts that are given out to certain users, and it kind of depends on what you've done on the platform, how you have participated is how you get these boosts. So I have a diamond boost, which was rewarded to OG users of the PondX ecosystem. So they're basically just rewarding early users by giving them a boost. And you can choose to use a boost during a mining cycle, which again will make your money go further. So let's say, I have 1 ETH to mine for PNDC. If I don't use a boost, it's just going to be a direct mine. So I'll get, 1 ETH worth of PNDC. But if I use one of my boosts, I'll actually get even more PNDC just for using that boost. Now, something else that will open up after the mining cycle has ended. So if we click on spawn here, this vial will start to fill up as people begin to mine. Here you can see a mining progress. And then this says boosted Pepe. It just hasn't been updated yet. This will say boosted pork. And once this vial fills up, you can actually use the PNDC that you mined in this cycle to breed pork. It says spawn right here. Once the website updates, it will likely say breed. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it actually tells you right here if you just zoom in right here at the bottom of this vial, which maybe it's not going to let me, but every time a vial reaches 100%, the breed lab will unlock for a maximum of 69 minutes where you can breed Pond coin and receive boosted pork. So what that means is you're taking a certain percentage of the PNDC you mined. If I remember correctly, you can choose to breed 25, 50, maybe 75 or 100% of your PNDC and then receive boosted pork. So all boosted pork is an increased amount of pork coins. So maybe I breed $1,000 worth of PNDC, and if I choose to breed pork, then it will actually give me $10,000 worth of pork. It's literally printing money. Now, the only thing is with the spawning, or rather the breeding, once this changes, it will say breeding, is that you have to be very quick because there's only a limited number of boosted pork that you'll be able to claim. Sometimes it'll be $1 million, sometimes it'll be $2 million spread across all the users who are breeding. So you do have to be very quick if you want to breed the boosted pork to get your portion. Again, you can choose how much of your PNDC you want to breed, but it's crazy because you're literally taking a smaller number and you're getting a huge number. For example, back when this was boosted Pepe, I took $80 of PNDC that I mined and then I spawned it for boosted Pepe and I instantly received $430. So I literally took $80 and turned it into $400 in a matter of minutes. Now, something to point out that's super interesting about how the mining works on PondX is that when someone mines, so let's say I mine 1 ETH worth of PNDC, it's taking that ETH and half of that ETH, so 0.5 ETH is actually going to spot buy pork, and then the other half is buying ETH. So literally while people are mining, it's actually buying this pork token, which increases the price of pork. So if you're a pork holder, then you're actually helping yourself, and everyone who uses the platform is actually helping to lift up that pork token. Another way you can earn money using the PondX website is through a function called locking. Now, to do that, you just go to this tab down here, and here you can see lock Pond coin, earn ETH. Now, before I even show you how to lock your Pond coin, aka PNDC, let me just explain how this works a little bit. This is literally passive income. This is like what everyone in crypto wants. It's passive income, and there's no tricks to it or anything. It's just you lock PNDC and you earn ETH, or rather wrapped ETH, on a weekly basis. Now, you might be wondering how this all works. Like, how do you magically earn money? Well, this is called the flywheel effect. So if you just go to pondcoin.com/how it works, it will show you a breakdown of what's called the Pond Flywheel. This is kind of an overview of mining PNDC and breeding pork and even locking your PNDC for PondWater. So first, at the top of the flywheel here, we have Ethereum, which is the source. The users are bringing that Ethereum in, and then we are, doing things. We're mining PNDC, and one option after you do that is to breed pork, which I already explained, which is basically instantly multiplying your money. It's just a crazy feature. It doesn't even seem real, but it is real because I've done it, and so have thousands of other people. Or you have option 2, which is to lock your PNDC and receive a steady stream of ETH, which is the bottom step down here. Lock your PNDC, earn Ethereum on a weekly basis, you actually earn wrapped Ethereum. Just for example, I locked my PNDC for 16 weeks, which I'll touch on in just a little bit. I locked 28 billion PNDC tokens, 16 weeks, and the first week I am able to claim 0.4 ETH, which was a little over $900, and I'm going to be able to claim that at least that amount for the next 16 weeks. And you're probably wondering, well, where the heck is this ETH coming from that everyone is claiming? Well, it's coming from all of these sources. We have LP fees, external yield, external vaults, and then just fees generated from the PondX exchange and elsewhere that are all being rewarded back to the users of PondX. So now that you know you can literally earn passive income from locking your PNDC, you're probably wondering, how the hell do I do that? Well, first you need to buy some PNDC, or rather you can mine PNDC. That's one way to get PNDC, or you can exchange another one of your cryptocurrencies for PNDC. And then you would come here to this lock page, which again is this tab down here. And I only have 0.04 PNDC in this wallet because I've already locked all my PNDC and am earning that passive income on a weekly basis. But it's hard to say how much PNDC you should lock to earn like a decent yield, because it doesn't only rely on the amount of PNDC you're locking, but also how long you're locking it for. So here you can lock it. You just drag this little guy, and this will increase the amount of time that you're locking your PNDC for. So here, 16 weeks, I locked some of my PNDC for 16 weeks, 25 weeks, 36, and 49 weeks. And the longer you lock your PNDC for, the larger your multiplier is for the amount of ETH that you'll be able to claim. So the longer, the better when it comes to locking your PNDC. So if you wanted to lock PNDC, let's say, for example, I was going to lock this 0.4 PNDC, I would just type in 0.04. And here you can see the different multipliers. 1 week is 0.5 multiplier, 4 weeks is 0.2, 9 weeks is 4.5, all the way up to a 24.5x multiplier for locking for 49 weeks. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to earn like 24 times the amount of PNDC that you're locking. This is just a different multiplier that is used to calculate your rewards on the back end. So I don't know exactly what that equation is, but nonetheless, it is better to lock for longer. If you do lock your PNDC, you will be able to claim wrapped Ethereum every 7 days. The claim button will appear, you'll hit claim, and then there is another 7-day vesting period. So you'll be able to actually receive your wrapped Ethereum 7 days after you click the claim button. So it's a total of 14 days. But once you get the process started, like after your first claim, it will just continually, you'll be able to claim wrapped Ethereum every 7 days. So here we have the claim button. Like I said, I've already locked 28, almost 29 billion tokens. But if I hit claim here, this is the first week of claims. So I've already clicked the claim button about 5 days ago. So I have 2 days before that vesting period is up, and I will be able to receive my full 0.4131 ETH, equal to $949. Here you can see the wrapped Ethereum flowing in real time. I'm at a total of $712 or 0.31 ETH. And again, in a couple days after this vesting period is up, I'll be able to click claim, and this money will be mine and will go directly into my MetaMask wallet. All right, so let me show you how to lock PNDC. Again, I only have a balance of 0.04 PNDC, so it's not going to let me lock it, but I can still walk you through the steps. So again, whatever amount of PNDC that you want to lock, you're going to go here and enter it. So for me, 0.04, and then you're going to select your streaming yield multiplier. Again, 1 week up to 49 weeks. The longer you lock, the more you earn. And then once you choose how long you want to lock it for, you would hit get water. Now there are 2 transactions to lock your PNDC. The first transaction is to approve the spend limit. So you're literally letting PondX spend your PNDC tokens or lock it for you. So this is the first transaction that will, you'll have to pay a gas fee for it. And then after you approve the spend limit, you're going to do another transaction, which is to actually lock your PNDC. So 2 total transactions. If the locking transaction doesn't pop up immediately, just refresh your page after you approve the spend limit, and it should pop up allowing you to lock your PNDC. Here's the thing, if you lock your PNDC, then it is locked for that time. There's no way that you can undo that. So if you lock it for 49 weeks, you will not have access to your PNDC for 49 weeks. But here's the thing. Once your locking period is up, you get all of your PNDC back. So whether you lock it for 7 days or for 49 weeks, once your locking period is up, you literally get all your PNDC back, and then you could lock it again, or you could sell it for a profit. So again, it's just more money-making opportunities. Maybe PNDC, it's at a lower price right now. Maybe in a year, it'll be, 100 times the price. So while you're earning passive income for locking your PNDC, once it unlocks a year from now, you could potentially sell it if that's something you wanted to do and make even more money. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all seems too good to be true, and that's because you are used to the Crypto 1.0 model, where all the platforms that you use, all they do is take from all their users without giving anything back. They don't appreciate their users because, again, without users, none of these platforms would even exist. Coinbase wouldn't exist. OpenSea wouldn't exist. Uniswap would not exist. But with Crypto 2.0, what they have done, and don't get me wrong, PondX is the only Crypto 2.0 platform at this point. What Crypto 2.0 does, what it's all about, is giving back to the users, giving back to people who are participating and actively using their platforms. PondX is the only place doing that right now, and this is the future of crypto. The old way, the Crypto 1.0 way, where everyone is just taking from you, that's long gone. Crypto 2.0 is here, and it's here to stay, and we're going to see a lot of people try to copy PondX. We've already seen some of it right now with not only coining or using the term Crypto 2.0, but also I've seen some platforms offering like some type of rewards, nothing like PondX is offering. But get used to it because you're going to see a lot more of this, especially if you use PondX. Also, just a side note, PondX is still evolving, it's still growing. This is, again, just the beginning of PondX. So a lot of this stuff that you see in this video, whether it's just the UI design of the website, might change when you're using it. But overall, the PondWater locking PNDC, that's going to be around for a long time. Obviously, swapping and bridging tokens, that will always be around. So hopefully this guide has helped you out. Now, one other very important note, if you're earning a bunch of profit from whether it be breeding your pork or just trading different cryptocurrencies or locking your PNDC, you should not be storing all that crypto in the hot wallet that you're using with the PondX platform. A hot wallet is hot for a reason. It's connected to the internet. It's susceptible to scams and hacks. And even cold wallets are still susceptible to those same scams and hacks if you're using it incorrectly. And that's why you should check out this next video where I show you how to increase your crypto security by using your cold wallet correctly. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you in the next one.